everyone, Nagin here and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna literally jump right to this video. Basically, what happened, of course, there's a story. There's always a story with me, so I guess we're not jumping right in. My husband and I just went to Mexico for New Year's, I guess not just, and it was a fabulous time, but he challenged me to pack everything onto a carry-on. And oh my goodness, that was a challenge because between clothes, shoes, and makeup, and accessories, and purses, and God knows what else, it was literally like a nightmare. I somehow managed. Granted, I took the biggest purse carry-on that doubled as my purse in addition to my carry-on, and put like a couple things in his carry-on, but basically I made it happen, and that's what counts. But the biggest challenge in doing so was actually not so much my clothes, but it was my makeup, because normally I pack a million things because I'm like, oh, now I don't know if I want a nude lip or red lip, blue eyeshadow, neutral eyeshadow, highlighter, matte. Like literally, I always want to have options, especially with my makeup, because if I for some reason decide to not totally dress up that day, or even wear like a top that I already wore on the trip, which I've done a couple of times, I just change my hair and makeup. It looks like a brand new vibe. Basically, my point is when it came to makeup, I always overpacked. I overpack in general, so when I tell you like I really overpacked when it came to makeup, I really overpacked. That was the first challenge because one, I had to narrow down everything, but two, I also had to make sure that all my makeup was like TSA approved for carry-on, which wasn't that difficult actually. That was a lot more difficult with skincare. Not as difficult with makeup, but there was a couple things like, you know, my setting spray and stuff like that I just had to YOLO it and find a different one that I love. With all this babbling, my point is that while I was going through my makeup and packing it, I really had to be specific about what I was packing because I couldn't pack 20 eyeshadow palettes. It just wasn't viable. And 30 lipsticks because I've done that. So I really had to make sure I had the makeup that I knew would not fail me. It literally had to be my ride or dies, or neutrals that I knew were like no matter what good to go, or something with a lot of options. I'm gonna get right into this. I will tell you there's a couple products that actually, there's one product that literally ended up in my makeup on accident for this trip, and I'll get to that point in a second. So let's go through this. I'll do face first, then eye makeup, and I guess I'll just do it in the like order that I would normally apply it. For primer, I took the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow. There's a few reasons I packed this. One, if I decided I didn't want to wear makeup, which never happens, but this is my train of thought when I was packing it. It gives me that dewy, fresh, young, healthy look to the skin because you put it on, and I swear if you had great skin, you really wouldn't need to put anything else on. So that was kind of my first reason for packing this. Two, I like it as a primer, so there you go. And three, it, like I said, that same reason that you don't need makeup, that dewy look, I knew it would be great as a primer and help my skin and makeup look healthy. I love this in general, and I was like, you know what, I need a primer that can do a bunch of things. So I packed this. I mean, this is obvious. I don't even think I need to say much. I think I've used this in every single makeup tutorial. My Dermablend concealer. This has been my ride or die. I mean, it looks disgusting. It's basically done, but it's lasted forever. I've had this, I mean, probably for longer than I should have kept it. This is, if I had to pick one makeup item, this would be it. This is the one thing I can't live without. The next item, which is my foundation. You might have already seen it. This happened on accident. I literally picked this up maybe 5 days before going to Mexico. I just happened to be unpacking a bunch of PR packages I got and other things, and so I unpacked this, and then without thinking, I literally grabbed this and threw it in my makeup bag. And because I had mentally seen a foundation in there, I didn't go to grab my favorite foundation. So I literally went on a trip with a brand new foundation, not knowing how it would look on my skin because I've never tested it, not knowing if I would love it, not knowing if the color was a perfect match, not knowing if this would cover up my imperfections because you know that I'm struggling with acne and hyperpigmentation. Basically, I ended up, I mean, the makeup gods were on my side, but I ended up falling in love with this foundation, you guys. This is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and holy guacamole, you guys, I don't think I've ever been this in love with a foundation, and I've loved foundations. This is so beautiful. It literally looks like your skin, but better. I actually use this in the makeup tutorial that I'm wearing right now, which I'll link below because that one should already be up. Like I said in that video, and like I'll say this a million times over, it literally looks like skin but better. It looks like I don't have acne. It looks like I don't have hyperpigmentation. It looks like I don't have large pores. This is literally made for me, and I can't believe it took me so long to try this, but I am all the way completely 100% diehard for this foundation. It has literally rocked my socks, and I don't think I could use anything else, at least not for a while. I mean, I'll obviously test other stuff, let's be real. But you guys, I mean, drop the mic. But I can't drop this because I would be really sad if something happened to that. So yeah, I took that. But what I did pack was a tinted moisturizer because my skin has been doing better. Look, my skin's not 100%. I wish I was one of those girls who could literally never wear makeup and just wear it because I liked it. But I have to wear it because I feel extremely uncomfortable in my own skin if I'm not wearing makeup. So even for like the pool and beach days, and I know it's not great, but I still wear some cover up. But I've gone with at least a tinted moisturizer. The Hourglass Illusion Hyaluronic Skin Tint. This is the only tinted moisturizer that I will wear it, and because it still has coverage like a foundation. It's insane what this can cover. Okay, so, I mean, I don't even know why I'm covering it. Obviously, only concealer I took, I even thought about, grabbed, was my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I did take 2 colors. I took light neutral and fair neutral. That's just basically because these are the 2 colors I use on a day-to-day basis if I want to get like really crazy with my makeup. Otherwise, I'll sometimes use just one, which will normally be the light neutral, but I still love that bright under eye, which I know isn't as big anymore. It's a little more of a muted under eye now. But I took both of these colors. This counts as like one concealer to me, but this is the only one. Didn't even have to think about it. You probably don't even need explanation because I'm sure by this point you've heard a million beauty influencers talk about them. So I'll leave it at that. For highlighter, I did take 2. And I took 1 liquid and 1 powder highlighter. So I took the Cover FX Custom Enhancement Drop. I took specifically Candlelight. I took a liquid highlighter for 2 reasons. 1, I like to mix this in with my foundation, especially when I start getting a tan. It makes the foundation look a little deeper. It matches my skin tone more. It gives that all over luminous, dewy, wet look. And 2, if I'm only using it in a certain spot, it also looks a lot more natural than powder. But I still took a powder highlight just because I love highlighter. You can never have enough. And if you're doing something really quick, a powder highlight is the way to go. It's a lot easier. So I took the Bobbi Brown Sandstone Highlighter Compact, and I took this one because it's the bronzy shades. You can technically just go into just a single color. I normally take my brush and go all over, like around. I actually think I talked about both of these highlighters in one of the first beauty posts that I ever did on my blog. So I will make sure to link that post for you guys down below because I talk about all my favorite highlighters and why different textures and colors and types of highlighters are important in your makeup routine. I know I just jumped around a little bit, not fully going in the order that I should have. Another thing that I needed was translucent powder, and obviously you need this for 2 reasons. 1, you need this to set your under eye if you're using concealer, duh, and also just to set your makeup on your face. This is my RCMA powder. I've talked about this in the past. I put it in one of these containers I got off Amazon. Makes it super easy to travel with, but the reason I did it is because it's super easy to get your beauty blender in there and pack it on. Then I also took 2 bronzers. I know you guys are probably thinking like, oh, this is supposed to be your ride or dies, but it literally is my ride or die. These are my favorite products from every category, and sometimes you just need a cream and a powder, just like my highlighter. Same thing goes for my bronzer. So I know this is expensive, don't kill me, but it is my favorite hands down ride or die bronzer ever. It is the Chanel Sol Tan, I think it's called Sol Tan de Chanel. Yeah, probably totally butchering it, but it is a beautiful bronzy color that looks so natural. Obviously this won't work for someone who has a deeper skin tone, and look, like it still looks totally full, right? I've probably had this for a couple of years. It's probably expired. I probably should get a new one, but it's expensive and I love it and it's still full, so I use it. For my all over bronzer, this is the Alexa Ren ColourPop collaboration. It's a bronzer and a highlighter. Honestly, the highlighter sucks balls. Don't even bother getting this for the highlighter, but I think it was around $10, and I swear to you, even though you're paying for 2 things, that price alone is worth it for the bronzer. The bronzer is the most beautiful terracotta orangey shade. I love it. It goes on so buttery, so blendable, so amazing, and the color is great. And because it's ColourPop, packaging is sturdy. What I was trying to say is because it's ColourPop, you know the price point is great as well. I think it's still in stock even though it was like a collaboration. I'll link it in the description box if it is. I think for the last thing on my face is the palette. I mean, is blush. Blush is one of those things where I really can't travel with one. I can't do it because every look really demands a different blush. If I had to only pick one blush in my entire life, it would be MAC Peaches. But still, knowing that I can take a palette with me, I would rather do that than pack just one blush. On this trip, I took the Tarte blush palette and bling it on. It's like literally the cutest packaging. It's all sparkly. It's their Amazonian Clay blush palette, and I basically use Prim and Fetching. So Fetching is this one, Prim is that middle one. I do use Dollface and Smashing, which are these two, but I do not use Beaming. Beaming just has like literally chunks of glitter, so I'm not down with that life. But the other four colors, especially Prim and Fetching, I could live for. So I think they don't make this anymore, and I kind of feel bad talking about it, but I will double check. If they do, I'll make sure to link it in the description box. For eyeshadow, I'm one of those girls, but what can I say? I love this palette. I took the Jaclyn Hill times Morphe palette. How sad is that? I literally dug my finger into that color. I packed this, and if I had to pick one reason, it was literally because option. Look at that. I have everything from my transition colors to my shimmers to my like brow bone highlights and inner corner, and then I have pops of color if I decided to go with that. This one palette has every eyeshadow that I would have needed for a makeup look. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I ended up basically doing the same makeup look, I think 5 out of the 6 nights that we were there. But my point is that I had options, which is what I always need when I'm packing, because if I don't have options, that's gonna be the one time where I wanted the bright blue eyeshadow for my lower lash line. For mascara, I only packed one, and I packed my Marc Jacobs mascara, which is the only one I've used since I started using it like 6 months ago, but don't worry, this is a new bottle. For my brows, I use the Benefit Ka-Brow. I love this because I can basically make a really bold statement brow with it, or I can do something that's light and feathery. So that's why I love it. Plus it's super easy. I mean, I don't even know if I want to show you that, but it's super easy because the brush is in there, the pomade's on the bottom, you have everything in one place. You don't need a million brushes to do your eyebrows. I mean, I still packed a spoolie, but this is all I packed, which is shocking because normally I take a pencil, a pomade, and a powder with me for my eyebrows, and this is all I packed. Guys, we're almost done. We have just eyeliners and then lip products. So for eyeliners, I took 2, and it was literally a nude and a blue, and I guess I forgot about the brown and the black, but I still managed with just these 2 colors. I think I used the blue one, and then the rest of the time I used nude or nothing. One of the nights I used black shadow from the palette as my eyeliner, so that's always an option too. But I took my ColourPop eyeliner in Prance, and then I also took this NYX Wonder Pencil in Light. And then for last but not least, my favorite category, lip products. I still needed a lot of options, but this is a lot less than I take. I kid you not, normally have about 10 lip liners and about 20 lipstick slash liquid lipstick slash gloss. I only took 3 lip liners, and I took, oh, they all happen to be MAC. So I took MAC Soar, MAC Cherry, and MAC Boldly Bare. So these are the colors. So that is Soar, Cherry, Boldly Bare. And the reason I took these colors is one, well, the cherry I took because I was taking like 2 reds, so I needed that. The Boldly Bare I packed because this works with any neutral and it works with any pink. Basically, this color actually works with any color that you put on your lips, but that was the main reason. And then I packed Soar because that works with the pinks and the plums that I was taking. So I only packed, well no, 2 of these are technically liquid lipsticks. So I packed the ColourPop Matte Liquid Lip in Creeper, which is a great red, and it's a good like blue toned red. So it's gonna make your teeth look super white. And the other liquid lip, which isn't a liquid lip, but it's a long wearing liquid. No, I just said it's not a liquid, which is a long wearing lip color. And this happens to be one of my favorite nudes in general, is the Nude Sticks. I need to sharpen that. I mean, you can see how well loved it is. but this is Nude Sticks in Blossom. And recently I've been on a Bite Beauty like binge when it comes to lip products. So I literally packed all of my other lip products. Oh, actually this happens to be Bite Beauty too, but it's a gloss. All my other lip products were Bite Beauty, which is crazy because I actually don't think I have, other than these products, I don't really have many Bite Beauty products. So it's crazy that I happen to basically fall in love with these and take them. And the theory behind these colors was basically because I was going to Mexico and I wanted to have just a fun lip. It's definitely something that's out of my comfort zone because you know me, I'm all about the nudes and the pinks, but I just wanted to have fun with my lip color. Plus, if I keep everything else neutral but I pop on a bright lip, it really looks like I'm stepping up my game. For the gloss, and this is the only gloss I took, which I am obsessed with because by itself it's beautiful, and on top of any of those colors that I'm gonna go through, it's great. This is the Bite Beauty in Honey. I'm obsessed. I'm wearing it over this color right now, which is, oh, I am gonna butcher this. Bite Beauty in Rhubarb. I think I said that correctly. Which is that beautiful color right there. So that's what I'm wearing right now. I took these colors as well. So let's go through these. This is Pomegranate. It's like, how can I explain this? It's not really red. It's like a pinkish red. I used this only once, that's why it's still in like great condition. And I use this actually a lot, Zippendale. I mean, it's like nasty, but look how pretty that color is. So I took that, that's like an orangey red, amazing. I took this Violet. I just thought this was such a fun like vacation color. And last but not least, I took Bramble, which did I even, oh, you know what? I packed this, but I didn't end up using a deep color. Yeah, that wraps up this video, guys. I basically wanted to film this video for you guys because I was challenged to pack everything into a carry-on, which I thought was so hard. Oh, one last product, setting spray. I took the MAC Prep and Prime setting spray, and this happened to be coconut, so it kind of fit in with the whole like tropical Mexico vibe. But it's a carry-on size, so it's perfect for travel. So that wraps up the video. I got a little ahead of myself there for a second. I really wanted to come on camera and talk about my favorite beauty products of the moment. Some of these are literally ride or dies, like that Chanel bronzer and the Derma Blend concealer and a couple other things. Like, I don't think I could live without these products. But when I was challenged to pack everything on a carry-on, I really had to make sure that I wasn't packing a million options, but I was taking stuff that could work in a million different ways. So that's kind of the theory behind this video. I really love all these products that I'm talking about. A lot of them have stuck by me through the years. They're like my best friends. But yeah, so that wraps up today's video. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Hey everyone, Nagin here, and welcome. No. I don't think so. This hair is playing me.